Okay, I'm going to start the video just a little early. The repeater just ID'd on the MRA. Looks very noisy downtown. That one particular station. Fortunately, I don't need CTCSS reception on the SDR dongle here. The repeater is very well strong enough for that. Otherwise, if it was any regular radio, I'd have to activate tones just to tune out the RFI downtown. It just seems awful. I just watched a bunch of noise walk across the band, I guess, up the band, and it just looked bad. It looked like a front coming through. It just makes me wonder if somebody thinks that nobody would ever notice whatever it is they're trying to do, if they're trying something nefarious, not to interfere with the MRA deliberately, but tuning up some device somewhere for something else, some high-power device. I don't know. I'm not smart enough to know. It just looks strange. But I hope whoever's watching this that does know what's going on can figure it out and prevent problems. I know there are. There's a lot of smart people out there that know what they're doing. And I have to trust them that they know what they're doing. So far, so good. Oh, there goes the 511. It's active. It's pretty strong. For me, it is. And they're 13 miles from where I am. That's pretty neat. That's a no problem, especially with an indoor antenna. We should be starting the net any moment now. This will be the Metro Richmond ARES net. There will be a net controller, probably a nightly topic. This is William K4ARX. You're watching the American Radio X-Ray.
This is November 1, November Charlie, joining the Metro Richmond ARES net for Thursday, February 20th.
Wow, he's out there. I know he's out there. He's in another county. I wonder if he was on the wrong frequency to start with. It happens to the best of us. Don't worry.
Emergency service program. Delta 2G4 MR. This net focus is training and announcements for the amateur radio community with a spotlight on emergency communications. All participants are asked to follow standard net procedures that would be utilized during active emergency net. There's no need to be an ARES member to participate. Operators who are within range of this
Net control K4ARX.
Part of this net is the discussion of the day, which is intended to be a way to learn more about amateur radio emergency preparedness and physical safety. Today's topic is how are you prepared to handle a spontaneous emergency call from another amateur radio operator over the radio. The more detail you can provide, the better to help you to when you call, etc. On opportunity checks will be called in two groups. Begin by calling for a mobile and portable stations, followed by all other stations. When you check into the net, please advise that your call is phonetically followed by your first name. I'll ask your location and a signal report when you're calling for comments. If you're an ARES or an emergency communications official, please identify when you check in. Once you get the message, encourage you to use the This Is message according to the
Maybe somebody will be kind enough to tell him. I wonder if it's windy out there. It may be affecting the antenna at the repeater site. Unless net control has a J-pole hanging up in the tree. Net control, this is. William, your signal is weak to non-existent. K4 ARES, check me in and out.
This is Kilo Bravo 2, Oscar Yankee India, Rob. This is November 3, Mike, Juliet, Charlie, Mike. And control, you're pretty scratchy into the repeater, my friend.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate the help.
This is Whiskey 4, Bravo, Kilo, Radio, Sean, in and out. It is Kilo 4, November, Sierra Radio.
Oh boy.
This is Kilo 4, Oscar, Whiskey, Uniform. Mike, Glenn Allen, net control, your transmission is very scratchy and sometimes is breaking up.
Thank you.
This is Kilo, November 4, Victor, Alpha. Name is Michael, Midlothian. I'll be in and out.
I broke protocol. Sorry about that. I didn't do it phonetically. That was my mistake.
This is Whiskey 4, Romeo Tango Hotel 5. I'll also be in and out.
Goodness. Are we all over in Hanover? I got to pull up the Hanover radio.
Net control copies. K4 ARES, KB2 OII, N3 MJC, W4BKR, KQ4 NSR, KQ4W, KN4DA, W4RTH. Just stand by for a second. I'm going to see if I can fix my signal. Stand by for 2 minutes.
Go out there and tie down the J-pole.
MJC, stand by.
J-poles are easy and convenient, but they swing in the wind. Unless they're brass and they're mounted to a pole, that's a little different. I don't know anybody that uses a brass J-pole. When I started, I sure did. They were a bear to tune, but yeah, solid. And in my opinion, that's why I stick to the steel whips and the mag mounts and whatnot. It's just my opinion. Let's see, where are we at? Power save, lock this. The keypad and antenna. Nothing received. But a bunch of noise. I got all kinds of RFI here downtown. But as I mentioned earlier, running the CTCSS on the receive side, I don't hear any extra noise. Excuse me. I'm still under the weather. It's time for more coffee. We just can't beat this flu. It's just kicking our tails. And I get to go out again on Friday. Yeah, tomorrow. Gotta go pay the bills. Don't get me wrong, mostly it's a pleasure. This stuff happens. Makes things a little bit more of a challenge. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, okay?
Alright, this is Whiskey 4 Bravo Kilo Romeo, Sean W4 PKR. I'm going to be taking over tonight's net. DJ is having some technical issues and can't seem to make it back. So I've got the roster. We've already checked in, so we're going to go ahead and go to the top of the night. Just to refresh everyone's memory, tonight's topic is, stand by one moment. There we go. Tonight's topic, again, in case you couldn't hear before, is how are you prepared to handle the spontaneous emergency calls from another amateur operator over the radio? The more detail you can provide, the better. To help you get to thinking, what questions would you ask? Who may you need to call, etc. So going down the top of the list, we're going to start with KV6 FFM. Please give your signal for where you're located and your comments.
FM, I do have your log here. I'm in Western Waco. No comments at this time. The previous deck of kill dropped it in. I think that's kilo number 4. Well, I have you. I told you, talks kind of fast. I have trouble keeping up with it. So, and your call sign, PK.
Next control down is PKR, Bravo Kilo Romeo.
Is 36 Roger Company. I had no comments for that subject.
So, thanks, Ron. Appreciate it. Next on the list, we have KO4CPE. Your comments, please. Location and center report.
KO4CPE, John, located in Glen Allen, Chilcott area. Read you loud and clear. Fairly new to the hobby, so I don't really have a lot I can add to the conversation. But hopefully, participating in the net tonight, I'll be able to get a little smarter and be a little better prepared. KO4CP, back to net control.
Thank you, John. Yeah, we all started somewhere, and this is actually a great topic. It's given me a lot of time to think about this afternoon. So, yeah, take notes, and it's just a good, nice little thought experiment. So, next down the list, we have K4ARX. William, you say in and out. Check to see if you're there. Nothing heard. Next up, we have KBOYI. Rob, your signal report, location, and comments, please.
This is KB2OYI. The name is Rob in Verina. I read you loud and clear. As far as the topic tonight, if I ever were to pick up a spontaneous emergency report over the airwaves, I would just handle it as if I was outside and saw my next door neighbor fall down, or the guy across the street had a fire or something like that. Try to make an immediate call to whatever proper authority that may be. Take down as much information as I can to relay to those folks, and then as well relay to the person having the emergency what I had done, and reassure them to stand by that their emergency traffic has been relayed past me. So again, I'm not sure if there really is a protocol for that, but to me that sounds appropriate. Do what you can do to render aid in whatever way you can. KB2OYI, back to net control.
Thanks, Rob. That's a good comment. And your last sentence there really sums it up. Do what you can to help the situation. You really can't ask anybody for more than that. And always remember, we are covered by Good Samaritan law. Next on the list, we have N3MJC Mike. Your location, signal report, comments, please.
Is that the same net control?
Net control. This is November 3, Mike, Juliet, Charlie. Name is Mike. Borough of Mechanicsville, County of Hanover, Commonwealth of Virginia. Much better than before, than previous net control. Got a little white noise there, Sean, but good to go. I copy everything you're saying there. Pretty straightforward. I would concur with KB2OYI on everything you said. I mean, it's just using common sense. That's all. And by the way, still waiting to be part of the 511 club. Was waiting to hear from you. Haven't heard as of yet. But other than that, and also, who would I talk to if I wanted to act as net control for this net? I'm available at least, the second, third, and fourth Thursdays of the month for the moment. Back to net control, W4PKR and 3MJC. Thanks for the comments, Mike, and I will get you an application for the Amateur Radio Club. And as far as acting as net control, I believe that'll be KO4KAD Randy. I'll pass a note to him that you're interested and have him reach out to you. Next on the list, we have W4PKR Shuffle. That's me. Okay. Well, since it is me, and since I did check in, I thought a little bit about this topic myself, and as for me, it kind of depends whether we're talking a contact on HF is asking for help, or a contact locally on VHF, UHF asking for help. UHF, VHF, obviously it say around 20 meters around 14.300, but sometimes they wander off if they can't get somebody. So it's still rendering as much as possible, but that may take a little more research as far as reaching out and finding the best person to talk to. Maybe it's Coast Guard, and maybe local authorities will send packs and all that. So it all depends.
Batteries.
Yeah, that's my comment on the subject. So moving down the list, next we have KQ4 and NSR. Bill, your signal reports, location, and comments, please.
It's not even that bad. Why'd you turn off?
I think he said he might be in and out entering this. Yep, just picked up on that. Thank you. Bill was in and out, so next we have KK4OW. Mike, your station report comments, please.
Buy Motorola. It's reliable.
Yes, KK4OW. Mike, Glen Allen. As far as emergency response, I keep backups here at home and also in the vehicle. I've got a trauma kit in there. I've got backup radios. I have radios programmed to reach out all across the area in case I'm somewhere else where I receive a signal. I also make sure that my kids have adequate backup supplies as far as lights and power banks and this, that, and the other. And like the previous station said, a lot of it's common sense. And we will reach out in any way that we can during an emergency. Thank you for joining that. KK4OWU.
Thanks for the comments, Mike. That's a good point about having kits prepared. I have a trauma kit in my car as well. There's, we all have spare ATs everywhere, so I've got a couple ATs in the car that I keep charged up, and a few at home. So it's all about your level of preparedness and your level of willingness to respond. Looks like the rest of the list was in and out, so we're not quite about the hour. So I'll go back to the top and ask if anyone has any specific comments they'd like to do for second round. Okay. And 3, MJC, go ahead. Real fast, not really necessarily to the topic, but remember, if the eyes don't work too well, so if you want to give me a call, I'll answer any questions, or if you want to email me, I'll answer any questions you have about applying to the club. With that, W4BKR, Sean, 3MJC, Mike.
That sounds like Amtrak.
Clear QRT.
They've already cleared Amtrak Junction, so I missed it.
Thanks a lot. Any other second round comments before I take Bob for the hour check-in? Nothing heard. This is W4BKR handling the Metro and Richmond ARES net. Kind of a short net tonight. I'll take one last round of check-ins for any remaining stations. If you wish to check in the net, please call now. I need your call sign phonetically followed by your first name.
And the CSX waiting is leaving track 2. Wow.
Last station, you were extremely weak and unreadable. Could you please give me your call sign slowly a couple times phonetically?
Norway 4, Italy, Charlie, Tango. Norway 4, Italy, Charlie, Tango. Bob and Glen Allen. No traffic. Over.
Much better.
QSL, you came in a lot better that time. N4, ICT Bob. Welcome for the evening. Copy of no comments. Thank you for checking in. I appreciate it. This is Kilo 4, Romeo Alpha Alpha D in Verona. K4RAA, Pete, thanks for checking in. Do you have any comments for the net tonight? actually, it's a good thing to think about. Other than just relying on past experiences of, like somebody else said, if your neighbor goes down or trying to help somebody out in a car crash or a disabled vehicle that you're stopping to help, that sort of thing. I hadn't thought much about it, so this is actually a good question because I would need to double check to make sure that I had communication equipment on me that could reach out further than possibly just my regular HT might be able to. I might be able to have to know where I was and what meters that I could reach if my cell phone wasn't working. But no, this is a good thing to think about, and I'm just going to leave it there that I'm going to have to start ruminating on it, trying to figure out backups as a base plan for communicating and helping out folks. So, thanks for bringing that one up. Always good stuff to think about. Thanks for the comments. I appreciate it. More check-ins for the Metro Richmond area. Nothing heard. And before we continue, I'd like to remind everyone of other areas for emergency communications nets that are held during the week in the region. On Mondays at 1900, the Powhatan ARES net is held on the 147.315 repeater that has a positive offset TL tone of 74.4. Also on Mondays, the Goochland County Emergency Communications net is held on the 147.270 repeater with a positive offset TL tone of 203.5. On Tuesday night, the Dinwiddie County ARES net meets at 1900 on the 147.39 repeater with a positive offset TL tone of 74.4. Also on Tuesday, Chesterfield ARES net meets at 2100. It's called by David KN4LQN on the 147.36 repeater with a positive offset and no TL tone. You can also check into the Chesterfield County ARES WinLink net. Find more information on their website, www.chesterfieldares.us. On Wednesdays at 2000, the Tri-Cities Emergency Communications net is held on the 147.390 repeater. It has a positive offset TL tone of 74.4. Also on Wednesdays, the Hanover County ARES WinLink net takes place between midnight and midnight Zulu time. For more information, please find my email address on my QRZ page or W4PKR at ARRL.net, and I'll give you additional information.
Good job.
Also, I have one note from W4PKR, that's Papa Kilo Radio. The Rats need operators for the April 12th Monument Avenue 10K. For more information, please reach out to him at W4PKR@rats.net. Again, that's Whiskey 4 Papa Kilo Radio. We had a total of 12 check-ins for tonight's net. At this time, I'll proceed to terminate the net. I would like to thank the stations that participated and the stations that stood by for the net. I'd also like to thank the Metropolitan Repeater Association for the use of this repeater. The Metro Richmond ARES net is now closed and this repeater is returned to regular amateur operation. This is W4PKR. The net is clear at 1927.
Man, that was a very good alternate net control. I don't think I've ever heard Sean run a net before. It was on his game. Very impressed. I'd like to hear that more often. I think he should be at the next 5K or 10K race. He has pretty much set the standard. He's right up there with Rob, KB2OYI, in my opinion. All right, that's the net. Hope you had as much fun as I did for the time that I was here. So thanks for watching. William K4 ARX here. You're watching the American Radio X-Ray. Please join us next time on the air if you can.